Hi everyone and welcome to Flosstube number 54. It has been 1.5 months since I last recorded. Yeah, it's been a while. I have all of the explanations and we're gonna go through them. But first, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. It warms my heart that you want to spend some time with me and that you stayed for like 1.5 months just waiting for me to make these videos. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Marika. I come from Stockholm, Sweden, where I live with my boyfriend and our 2 cats. And this is a channel mostly about cross-stitching. Now, the light is going to fluctuate a little bit. I have closed down as much as I can, but the sun is going in and out of the clouds, so it's gonna be a little bit of fluctuations, but I do have my lights and everything, so if I look a little bit shiny, it's because it's very, very warm in here. But I want to get this video done, so yes. I'm gonna go straight into the cross stitching. Just a little note. The reason why I haven't been recording for 1.5 months is because I am right now on sick leave because of my chronic migraines. I have a sustained migraine that usually with medication is kind of playing nice. However, I had to switch medications, which have ended me in a place where I had too low of a dose. Next time I'm gonna have a higher dose. And until the 29th of August, I will most likely have migraines. So yay, yay. Number 2, I also did my autism and ADD evaluation. That was also very like mind-blowing, emotional. It was hard, it was anxiety, but I'm at the end of it. I have a diagnosis. I will get the official papers in August, but right now I am diagnosed with autism and ADD. So, yay me, but both good and bad. That also kept me from recording because I just didn't have the brain space for it. And then I also been spending time with my brother and his family in the summer. So, yeah, it's just been very, very busy here on my side of the world. But yeah. If you're wondering about my absolutely beautiful hairstyle, it is because it is very humid. It's raining a lot, so it's very humid, and my bangs just looks curly whirlies and I don't like it. So beautiful hair. Anyhow, let's go into the cross stitching and just not mention anything else. So we are going to kind of try to do it sort of chronologically in how I have stitched it. However, the first project I am going to show you, I'm gonna put in photos, are actually fully finished. I showed you this project a couple of months ago when I started the project. However, I didn't get any very good photos of it, so hopefully you like these. It is a little like sewing pocket thing that I made for the swaps that I am with, and I will link everything down below. My brain is just not really cooperating today, but it hasn't for 1.5 months, so you're getting what you're getting. But I will link the swap Instagram account down below if you want to go and check it out. But this is for a swap. I've sent it away. So far my mobile haven't told me if it has arrived or not, so it's still on its way, just taking its little time. But yeah, I made this. I sewed the cross-stitched the outside. I had the idea what I wanted to do with it. I remade this multiple times because it just didn't look the way I wanted, but I think I got it to a place sort of wanted. I am using a little bit of lace to tie it together, and that is because I wanted to have buttons, but the fabrics was too thick, so I couldn't fit the buttons, sadly. The little elephant is actually a mini needle minder that I made, so I designed the little elephant to fit perfectly in the needle minder. And yeah, that's the little project that I made. I really enjoyed it. So with that out of the way, let's start with the chronologically ordered of things. The first thing I have to show you is a Gamer Nouveau, and I'm super happy because I have finished the first row. So this is Gamer Nouveau. So this came up in the June WIPGO goals, but also in the July WIPGO goals. But when it comes to the July WIPGO goals, I ended up stitching a lot more than I had thought. So this is Gamer Nouveau. Gamer Nouveau is designed by doll maker Medusa doll maker. I always put them in the wrong order. Anyhow, I bought this as a kit from Gecko Rouge. Gecko Rouge no longer sells Medusa doll maker. However, you can get them over on her store, and there will be a link down below to her store where you can get patterns. They aren't the same chart. It's very, I didn't understand that the first time, but yeah, she has recharted it for herself. So just know that when it comes to how it comes out. But this was the Gecko Rouge one, the chart for that one. But yeah, look how far I come, and I actually finished it this morning. So just before starting to record this video, I finished that piece. I did a lot more stitching on this than the WIPGO goal said. So in the beginning I was finishing off the 1500 stitches in June, and I actually left it off that way in the beginning of June. In July I pulled 2 different projects for my WIPGO goals, and for the past probably 6 days I've just been stitching on this because I needed something calm. And I'm gonna go to why I needed something calm towards the end, because it's also cross stitching. Anyhow, that was project number 1. Project number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 actually are some really fun projects. I decided to work on some of my meal hill kits. So first I started the Icelandic horses. This is a button and beads kit. It actually has a button, but the button that comes with it is shown to be put on the frame. So I haven't added the button to this yet because I don't know where I want to put it. Anyhow, this is Icelandic horses. It's a meal hill kit, button and beads. You can find it in my store if you want to pick it up there, if you like it. You have all of these, I think these are lupines, gorgeous flowers. This was the fun part, just bead all of the lupines. It was amazing to stitch. I actually really loved stitching this. I am going to photograph it and use it for my store, but in the end I am going to give it to my brother's bonus daughter that is just crazy about horses. So yeah, that's the Icelandic horses. And after I stitched that, I decided, hey, I want to make 12 Santas for the Mill Hill Santa Sale 2024 this year also, and I have just not been doing my Santas. So I decided to go through and just stitch Santa after Santa after Santa. I wanted to stitch out the Down Under Santas, which was the Santas for 2023 release. So you have the koala, the kiwi, and the kangaroo Santa. So first I stitched the koala Santas, which are these. These are adorable. I just love them, but yeah, I don't know if they look like Santas. They look like the Santas that they have for their Santas, but it doesn't have like a Santa hat or something, but I kind of like it anyhow. So that is the koala Santas. I then just continued on. I had the way I do it, I actually put the pattern into Markup RX. I do that by scanning the pattern, going into Photoshop, putting the pattern together properly, and then I put the pattern into Markup RX because it makes it much easier for me. It does have backstitching, and that I do from the PDF itself, but the cross-stitching and the beading is much easier because I can keep track much better on what I've done. So this is the kiwi Santa. So kiwi is this little bird, and that is like, it got a kiwi there and there and there and a little one there. So wait, yeah, that there are four little kiwi birds on this one. So yeah, and to finish it off, I have done the kangaroo Santa, and I thought with the kangaroo Santa I'm also going to show you one of my new purchases, and this is this frame. I want you to know also that these might be coming into my store. I've been talking to the people who produce these frames to get them into my store. We're having some issues with my bank, but we are solving them, and hopefully I will get them in my hands soon. So I'm actually talking to the directly to the producers, which are in Ukraine, just so you know. But yes, this is the kangaroo Santa, so that is the last in the Down Under Santas series. So yeah, for these frames, I'm going to show you on a smaller frame because it's easier, but the frame is super simple. It's basically super simple, I say, and then it doesn't separate. It is just two pieces. You have this piece, which is a little bit thicker, which have magnets on the back, and then it has like a cover that is set to the frame, and then you have a back piece that looks basically the same as this one, and you just take these two, you put your piece of perforated paper in between, and then you just snap them together and it holds it, and it holds it so good. I was a little bit worried about how it would hold them, but it actually works pretty good. This is untreated wood, and that is one of my icks when it comes to sensory things. However, because I don't really touch it, because I have it in my hoop holder, my Lowry stand, so yeah, I can say when stitching on things that are just around the corners, it is harder, and I actually take it out of the frame to just do those last pieces. I do move the cardstock in the frame now and then, because it is a little bit on the tighter side, but that is mainly because the mill kit goes very out to the edges. So yeah, that was the frames that I purchased and that I will get into my store soon. Hopefully if everything goes well, I will also be selling those. So yeah, after going in with the kangaroo Santa, I decided to do one of my mini kits, and it is the coffee kit. This is from the I Love series, I think, or Love series that they did, and this is the only one in the series that I carry. I didn't pick up the rest of the ones because I just want a lot of these little like coffee designs again to put on my coffee nook. So that is I Love Coffee, or Love Coffee, it's actually what it's called, and has this cute little metallic sun at the bottom. I think that was adorable. But yeah, that was the next design to be done, and now we're somewhere in the June 23. I have my whole list of which projects I've been doing just behind you, so that makes it a little bit easier. But then we are the 23rd of June, and I saw online that Michelle Bendy was, and one person more, I'm gonna put all the information about this hashtag in the description down below. They were doing a sal, and they were doing the underwater sal, and that was the Barbara Anna Underwater City, the Underwater City sal, that was what it's called, and it is the Barbara Anna's Underwater City. And I saw it, and I'm like, I've been wanting to stitch another Barbara Anna. I want to stitch it in a frame, because the last one I did, I stitched in hand, and after stitching it and everything and ironing it out, I saw that I had a lot of pulled like pulling in the fabric because I've stitched too tight. So I wanted to do another Barbara Anna that was a little bit better, and this is it. This is the Underwater City sal, and I finished it. I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit angled so it doesn't blow out, but this is it. It is gorgeous. My favorite still is this little crab. I look at that little crab, isn't that adorable? And that is also the reason why I have blue nails. I know I have one nail that isn't blue because it broke off, or it lifted. The other ones didn't, so that was good. But yeah, that's why I have blue nails. My nails have a tendency to keep for like a month. But yeah, I did it so that I could have matching nails when I was stitching this. But yeah, this is the Underwater City by Barbara Anna. Love it. I stitched it really fast. I think I had 8 stitch days, and it was super fun, and I joined in with that Sal. It just made me happy. This one really makes me happy. Again, one last time. Here it is in all its glory. So yeah, that it is. I have not been talking about the fabrics, but hey, these are all perforated papers. Oh, this one I haven't showed you yet. But yeah, the first one was on 25 count though. The Gamer Nouveau is on 25 count gridded, even with everything else in perforated paper, and now this one is on 32 count light taupe. The number of the color is 779, so you know. But yeah, that is light taupe, and it's stitched in the colors that it was charted in, DMC. So yeah, I really love this. This was one of my absolute... It was a really fun project to work on, and it went really fast. After I finished this, I saw that there is another hashtag. Again, I'm gonna leave it down below because I don't remember it, but it is like Halloween for life, something like that. So a bunch of Halloween project, and where I started was with this one that I hadn't showed you yet. This is Pet Spider. This is another Mill Hill project that I have. This is from last year's, I think, Mill Hill project. Yes, from 2023. And that is the cute little spider. It has this little thingy, and as you just saw, the sun just went behind the clouds again. But yeah, here is the little decoration that it has, and the little spider. It's a ghost and a spider. This isn't stitched with glow-in-the-dark pearls, and I'm like, it's such a mess. I should have just switched the white to glow-in-the-dark and then used glow-in-the-dark pearls, because I do have a lot of those. But yeah, it's just white pearls. But yeah, or beads, that's the word. But that is Pet Spider. Really loved stitching it. So, and that was also the last of the Mill Hill kits that I've stitched in June. So June ended up being very tight with kits. This is stitched last of June, beginning of July. Then I drew my WIPGO goals, and you already have seen Gamer Nouveau, but I also pulled the Christmas house one, so I have been stitching on that, and this is the full picture. Yeah, this is the full picture, and where I've been stitching, I put in 1500 stitches in this diagonal here. So that is how far I have gotten. The Santa is almost done, you guys, almost done. But yeah, that is how far I've gotten on that one. I did my 1500 stitches. I started on Gamer Nouveau, and then I just wanted to do Halloween. And as it happens, I am a patron of the Witchy Stitcher. The Witchy Stitcher does a lot of Halloweeny goth kind of things, and they're cute. And I love Halloween, but I like cute Halloween, not gory Halloween. So I want everything to just be cute and adorable, just like the little pet spider, the ghost with the pet spider. But she made a vampire, as in purr, as in kitty. So it is a vampire kitty, and I just fell in love with it. Also, I wanted to stitch on black. And I have found a thing which might be very confusing for others, but when I have massive migraines, black actually works very good with my brain, because it's not that clear white up in your face. So I really enjoyed stitching on black, and I actually started this when I was with my brother. My brother's other bonus daughter was turning 8 by the way, I'm gonna, before I show you the vampire, I know I've been kind of hinting here, but this is me holding a giant crocheted cucumber. This is something I crocheted with one of those chenille yarns for my brother's bonus daughter, second bonus daughter, because she's crazy about cucumbers. Like, she's just crazy about cucumbers. Like, hyperfixation, of course. I do everything for a hyperfixation. So I ended up actually designing this little cucumber. It's not the fanciest cucumber, but it is big, and it's like a little pillow, and she can kind of hug it and cuddle it, and that was kind of what I was after. I did a little bit research on yarn. Getting chenille yarn here isn't as easy as in the States, but Hobby, Hobbii, they have a couple of different chenille yarns, and I actually googled a little bit about it, and they recommended the Baby Snuggles. That it is the one that doesn't fray as much as the other ones, and I really love the Baby Snuggles. It's super cuddly and wonderful, and that is what this is, in the color of sage. But yeah, that was a little sidetrack, because that was what I took a couple of days to stitch that, and then I started on Vampire. So I had a day or two without cross stitching, and then I started on Vampire, and I finished Vampire. Look at this regal kitty. Look at this regal kitty. Isn't he adorable? And that moon, like, look at that moon. Isn't it perfectly like, and it's just grays. It is white and grays in this. There's also black. All of this is stitched black. But yeah, this is Vampire, the regal kitty. And I thought it would be a perfect addition to my kitties, because this one, I don't have to figure out where to put him when I go on vacation. So he can just stay on the wall. So this is Vampire, and that is actually the last project that I have to show you today. A last project I worked on. Well, no, the last project I worked on was the gamer. So that is 1.5 months worth of stitching. It doesn't feel like it was a lot, but for me it was a lot. I also had a bunch of days with low amount of stitching, because I've been going to doctors here and there and everywhere. And I also, in the beginning, in May, June there, I actually was working. I only been on sick leave for about, when I record this, about 3 days, 2 weeks now, about 2 weeks. A little note, this is actually recorded on Monday. It will still go up on a Saturday, so it's basically a week later when you see it. But because of the migraines, I want to be able to give myself enough time to actually edit the video, because the edit will not be done today. This is the only thing I'm doing today, except setting up my next project to work on. Then I'm just gonna sit and watch YouTube and cross stitch, because that's all my migraine will allow. Well, I will pack some orders. And when I'm talking about packing orders, just a note for anyone who love Mill Hill kits and do enjoy buying them from me, I have just recently uploaded a bunch of new ones. I mean, a lot of new ones, because Mill Hill came out with their, about 6 to 8 or 10 weeks ago, they come out with their new Halloween and fall kits, and then 8 weeks later they came out with their Christmas kits, and I got them arriving to me about a week ago. So it is, I have really long lead times when it comes to the Mill Hill kits, but they are now up and out in the store. So if there is any of the newer kits that you like, you can hop on over and buy them there. I have set up a page on my blog where I have all of the kits that I have. I am going to start with the newer ones and just add them into that page, and I will link that down below if it's done, because it all depends on how much my brain cooperates this week. But anyhow, this has been a quicker video than I thought, but I do feel that that is going to be good, because my brain is starting to shut down. I'm starting to have issues communicating, and I don't want to bore you with those. Anyhow, I hope you liked this video. If you do, please thumbs it up. If you have any questions, just comment down below. Down below you find all of the details, link to all of the projects that I have been doing, plus the materials. And yeah, I hope you have a great week. I will either come back in a week's time, or I will come back in 2 weeks' time. Kind of depends what my brain says and corporations and everything. But yeah, I hope you have a great time, and I will see you later. Bye!